snow. Montreal 4 with variable clouds. Halifax 3 with flurries. Down in the States, New York 12 and sunny. Miami 28 and mostly cloudy. Chicago 12 and sunny. Los Angeles 22, sunny skies. Southern Ontario highs 10 in Windsor, 9 in London, Niagara and Toronto, 8 in Kitchener, 7 in Hamilton and Peterborough, 6 in Barrie, 5 in Orillia and in Muskoka. Sunny with cloudy periods today, windy but mild, a high of 9, a low tonight of 3, mild again for tomorrow and Sunday. You're watching Breakfast Television. It is 7:10 now. Let's head out to the live line. Check in with John.
Thanks, Jen. Good morning, everyone. We're here in Unionville to celebrate an old-time Christmas, sort of like old-time hockey, you know, Eddie Shore, Dick Clapper, but now for something completely different. Forget Chicago. Don't you think the NHL and their players should negotiate in a more fitting environment, like right here in Unionville? Wayne Gretzky's All-Stars tried to touch up in the IHL's Vipers in Detroit as the players continue to give in Chicago while the owners continue to take. St. Louis's Al McGinnis took his best shot to beat former King Rick Knickel to tie the game at 2. Mark Messier also scored, then Kirk Muller redirected Charlie Huddy's shot for the lead, but the Vipers rallied for a 4-3 win. The 99ers arrive in Helsinki today. Vikings and Bears tied at 27 in overtime. 2 plays after Kevin Butler missed a 40-yard field goal for Chicago. Warren Moon hooked up on a 65-yard major to Chris Carter to let Minnesota tie Chicago atop the NFC Central with an 8-5 record. Michael Jordan in San Francisco to see Hakeem Olajuwon notch his first triple-double of the season with 37 points, 13 rebounds, a career-high 12 assists, and 1 nasty spill in Houston's 4-point win over the Golden State Warriors. The Oakwood Barons met Bay Ridge of Kingston in opening day action of the ladies' OFSA basketball championships in Hamilton, and Theodore Letang had the right stuff in the Barons' 59-47 win. Fiona, I should have said. 7-Eleven on City TV's Breakfast Television, on Prancer, on Dancer, on Lancer. We're going to go to the latest addition to Gretzky's squad. Here's Ann Romer.
On Frankish. Well, again, my old days from Air Canada, they never die.
Well, I know the strawberries are only decoration, but I'm taking one anyway.
Oh, you can eat it.
Okay.
It's got a little gold fleck on it. You brought along your telephone. Is your wife calling you
That's
today?
Right. I have to be on call.
Honey, bring home bread and milk.
I wanted to point this out. We don't point it out too often on Breakfast Television, but we talk about it all the time. This is the Star City line. And anybody who sees a traffic problem, or perhaps they see things are moving just great, or just want to tell us what the drive is like this morning, as you're heading out, if you're on the Bell Mobility Network, Star City, star 2489, it's a free call. And it's whether you're in Toronto or Huntsville or Guelph or Woodstock.
So it doesn't cost you a penny.
Yeah, it doesn't cost you anything.
Now, I did figure that out. I was trying to call a radio station the other day, and they were on the Cantel line, and my car phone is the Bell Mobility line, so duh, I figured it out. So I guess I could call my own station now, and that's what I should be doing anyway.
We want to hear from you, and sometimes we'll put you on the air, sometimes we just need the information. It's great.
Now, every once in a while, I spike your coffee. I put just a little nip in it, just to help you get through the 2-hour, newscast and traffic. And
don't we need it?
I think so. And, there are some health benefits to drinking alcohol, but only if it's something that you enjoy and that you can afford to do. So we're going to talk about the benefits of alcohol consumption in moderation, just the way you drink, in a few minutes. Stay with us. 'Tis the season. We'll be right back. If I put a little more stock in the looks quite all right. Skies mild for this time of the year. Highs to 9. It is 6 right now. We're looking at a relatively mild weekend and some sunshine. It's 7:15. Dr. David Goldberg joins us this morning on City TV's Breakfast Television from the Department of Clinical Biochemistry at the University of Toronto. Welcome.
Good morning, Anne.
A very interesting symposium about to take place this weekend, and you're going to talk about the effects of moderate alcohol consumption on one's health.
That is correct.
This is something that has been quite controversial lately. There have been all kinds of reports that it's good for you, that certain types of alcohol is good for you. Let's set the record straight. Let's talk about who it's good for and what the health benefits are of moderate alcohol consumption.
Well, I would say that for almost every Canadian, their health will be improved if they drink in moderation. They will live longer, they will have healthier lives than if they don't drink at all or if they drink to excess.
Now, this might make people think that if they've never had a drink before, that they should start drinking. But this isn't what you mean by that, is it?
The real reason that people drink is to get pleasure and enjoyment. After all, drink is expensive and money is tight, and if you don't enjoy it, why drink the stuff? But on the other hand, many people find that beverages of various descriptions, whether it's a cool glass of beer or a nice malt whiskey or a fine glass of Bordeaux wine, enhances life. It's stimulating in the best sense, and it's one of God's great gifts to mankind.
But it can also lead to addictions. The Addiction Research Foundation just came out with a new report saying that alcohol consumption by numbers is down, but the number of drinks per person, those who do drink, is up.
I would be very chary about making any comment about statistics of this kind. They're extremely difficult to obtain accurately. The amount of dishonesty and lying that goes into questionnaires of this kind has never been really evaluated. And I come from a hard science background where every piece of data that I publish is obtained with my own hands.
Well, let's throw out the statistics then. I'm talking to an expert. Let's then talk about what moderate alcohol consumption is and what kind of alcohol, if you're talking about health benefits, is better for the system if you do choose to drink.
I think you hit the nail on the head with your introduction, in the sense that moderate alcohol consumption is what the consumer can A, afford without forcing his wife and children to go naked in the streets, and secondly, it ceases at a level where he starts to become dysfunctional, where he's a danger to society as a driver or in the workplace, or his own health is in some hazard as a consequence of possibly developing cirrhosis, suicidal tendencies, or whatever.
Oh, the negative. So let's say someone my size, because I'm sure you have to think about weight and height and whatnot. I'm about 125, I'm about 5'4". Would it be a drink or two at a session that would be still okay for me, but perhaps no more? Or?
Well, one has to be a little sexist here because there are differences between males and females.
It's a reality.
Males can handle larger amounts than what used to be called the weaker sex. And essentially, the benefits of moderate alcohol consumption occur at the level of about 1 drink per day for females and about 2 drinks per day for males. Now, you can go beyond that and your health will neither improve or deteriorate. You reach a sort of plateau up to about 4 or 5 drinks per day. Beyond that, if you can afford to do that, you are running into some jeopardy.
What are the health benefits?
These are primarily seen in protection against coronary heart disease and atherosclerosis.
All right.
Now, of course, this is the biggest killer among Canadians and North Americans, particularly males over the age of 40 and females beyond the menopause.
So there's something in the alcohol that actually protects or boosts your immunity?
It's not, no, it's not immunity. Alcohol itself changes the metabolism or the way the body handles fats. It changes the blood to prevent it coagulating and forming obstructions to the blood supply to the heart and other organs. And it is very, very powerful in this respect. However, in addition to alcohol itself, certain beverages, particularly wine, contain other very powerful chemicals which enhance the effect of alcohol and add to these effects.
Unfortunately, we have to go, but this is the reason that you are holding the symposium on the weekend, to explain all of this and much more. This symposium is for healthcare professionals. It's for people who are going to be able to take this information and use it for their patients and for their the people that they help. So we're going to put up a phone number because there is a fee involved in this. The number is 978-2638 if you would like more information about the symposium. And I guess the key to all of this in everything in life, unfortunately, is moderation.
Absolutely.
Pleasure to meet you, David.
Thank you very much, Annie.
We're going to go into the City Pulse newsroom right now and check in with Kevin Frankish.
It is 7:21 on Breakfast Television. The latest on our top stories for you right now. Woman wounded in the neck and the leg after an early morning stabbing at Moss Park. A suspect is sought. Homicide has made an arrest in what police are calling a vigilante killing in a West End neighborhood. Investigators believe a neighborhood gang beat Theo Carroll over some vandalism. A shocker in national politics. Opposition leader Lucien Bouchard in critical condition after having his leg amputated. And we're hearing your say about the state of schools. An overwhelming number of callers to our Talk TV poll aren't satisfied with the education their children are receiving. 7:22, let's head out to our short break right now and right back.
Good morning, I'm Gord Martineau. We'll have the final tally from our Talk Television phone poll on education. And Transport Canada takes the first step in handing over Pearson International Airport to a local airport authority. That's tonight at 6 on City Pulse, and watch for more Breakfast Television after this.
It is 7:24. You're watching Breakfast Television. Looking for a high of 9 degrees today. I can see some sunshine coming out of there. That's the kind of day it's going to be. A few cloudy periods. Let's go to the Eyes of Toronto. Looking at Eyes MTO, Ministry of Transportation, Compass camera systems live in the area of the 401 corridor. We're looking at the 400, Highway 400 as it approaches the 401. Everything is moving along as it usually does through here. No problems reported on the 400 or any of the other major routes this morning. Transit Control, our Red Rocket scientist. Here she is, Diane Young.
Thanks, Kevin. No problems on the TTC this morning, and Wheel-Trans is also running on schedule. That's it, live from Transit Control.
Thanks, Di. 7:24. Let's go into this little wee monitor here. John Whaley standing by.
Oh yay, let it be known that Unionville Main Street will be closed for the old-time Christmas festival, and ye are all invited, nay, commanded to attend.
Look, here's the scam. I'll distract Kurt. You guys start shoplifting, okay? Okay. I'm kidding, kids. No one's going to shoplift, and don't you do this at home. The Backyard Naturalist is naturally maybe Bob Hunter's favorite place to shop in Unionville. It's all environmental products and things like that. What do you have for us, Kurt?
Well, I got a bat house here.
A bat house?
Yes, little box here. The bats
pretty hard
go up
to fit a
underneath.
Louisville Slugger in one of these. I mean,
these are the furry bats, and that'll hold about 30 bats.
you hold bats in them.
Yeah, they roost in there for the summer. Yeah.
Oh, okay, as we can see here.
Have one of these at the cottage, and the bats will eat their weight in insects every night.
Sounds good.
Little bluebird nesting box, all dressed up for Christmas. Bluebirds are making quite a comeback here in southern Ontario, just because people...
I didn't even know they left.
There you are. People are putting up nesting boxes.
Now, you don't mean like blue jay birds?
No, these are bluebirds.
Bluebirds.
Eastern bluebirds, yeah.
Okay.
And I've got a butterfly feeder. This is something... This is a phony butterfly.
A phony butterfly.
And this is a butterfly feeder. And it's much like a hummingbird feeder. You put sugar and water in it, and it'll attract butterflies to your garden.
Now, also, this could make a rather attractive lure if you're a fisherman.
It would.
It would. Okay, well, Annie, I know how much you like to go fishing when you go to the cottage in Rosedale, so I'll pick you one of these up, okay?
Places at the pond in Rosedale, of course. It is 7:26. Sudi joins us once again from Sudi's Spa. I feel like we should be cutting the cards and playing a little poker. Yeah, nice to see you, ladies. You're going to show a French manicure and allow me to help in any way that I can.
And I am showing permanent French manicure. That's different with the just French manicure. For today's women, they love to always, they have elegant hands.
That's where I'm going to sit on mine now, because they're not so nice.
You love that part.
Okay.
And then because they get a problem about the chipping, splitting, breaking the nails, and that is the answer for them.
Just like mine, and I'm going to hide them again.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at how you do it, and how do you do it permanently?
Permanently is the product, is the special product we have, and that is the latest technique right now.
Your buttons are rubbing against the table. There we go. It has that sort of jingle bell sound to it.
It's Christmas is coming.
Yes, it is. Yes, as we all know from the celebrating people have been doing lately. So what have you just applied?
That is solar oil for finishing up this procedure.
All right. Is that
Because
kind of like a coagulative, adhesive, kind of gluey? Help me here.
Little bit.
Okay.
Little bit. This powder is glue, but it's not acrylic. It's very safe for nails because we are applying those just for the natural nail, for the client's own nail.
So you don't have to actually trim your own natural nail the way you would with the false permanent nails?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay.
It's very advanced. It's very beautiful, and the client, they don't need every day. They visit every week they visit the spa, and they can always have the very elegant hand.
So how long would this last once you do the treatment?
Forever.
Oh, gosh, nothing is forever, but that's pretty close, isn't it?
Once to 3 weeks, just they come for the treatment. That's
and then
it.
how do you get the white underneath to make it that true French manicure?
That is a special powder the company they gave us for, yeah.
Excellent. So you have all kinds of magic tricks up your sleeve. It's Sudi's Spa, and it's in Yorkville. And if you want to be beautiful and I guess do it permanently, go to Sudi. Thank you very much. It's nice to know you this week, and thanks for being a good sport. We're going to take a commercial break, see if Sudi can help my hands. We'll be right back. Could you help my... I need you top to bottom, I think. I don't even think it's just the...
Breakfast Television is brought to you in part by Rougemont Juices.
Hi, 7:31. This is CityTV. You're watching Breakfast Television. I have a couple pair of tickets to give away to Holly Cole's Christmas concert, Roy Thompson Hall, December 15th. All ticket winners are immediately eligible to win the grand prize of a meet and greet with Holly Cole, VIP seats, dinner and hotel accommodation. The draw will take place in the city offices Monday, December the 12th. Here is the question to be eligible. What is the information number for Dr. David Goldberg's symposium on alcohol consumption this weekend, 55th? 57 correct callers, 870-7716 will win. A lot ahead on Breakfast Television. Right now we're going into the City Pulse newsroom to take a look at today's top news stories with Kevin Frankish.
Thank you, and good morning, everyone. Emergency crews rushed here to Moss Park this morning for a knife attack that started 12 floors up. A woman stabbed in the lower leg and the neck rushed to St. Mike's just before dawn.
It was like she just collapsed down the street there.
And then you ran to call 911?
I ran down around the corner and called 911.
From here along Parliament Street, the investigation is now moved up to the 12th floor of the Moss Park Apartments here. We're told there's a lot more blood up there. The usual quick work by fire, police, ambulance, and the ER crew at St. Mike's. Looks like the victim is going to pull through. Police this hour combing the streets looking for a female suspect, still waiting for the latest word on the victim's condition. An arrest has been made in a vigilante murder from mid-October. Theodore Carroll beaten to death near Dufferin as he and a friend were making their way home from a party. The two were breaking mirrors off of parked cars, were chased by angry local residents, charged with second-degree murder. And in court this morning, 22-year-old Agostino Costa. A chilling note from police in the murder of Larry Arnold, found at a park in the Mount Pleasant Roxbury area 2 weeks back. Officers have come up with a suspect who moved here recently from Montreal, where a dozen unsolved gay killings remain on the books. Homicide also checking with other Ontario and U.S. police forces to see if they have similar open cases. Police authorities poring over a 5-volume report today on the death of traffic constable John Knight, killed when his car sheared a concrete pole in the area here at Eglinton and Markham Road. Initial indications are excessive speeds were to blame. It's now 7:33 on Breakfast Television. Seems we've touched a nerve. Our Talk TV poll on our schools is turning overwhelmingly dissatisfaction. Last night we went from the 3 R's to cyberspace.
Most parents are quite happy with the kind of education their kids are getting, that they're very pleased. They're learning not only the basics, but they're also learning how to relate those to the world around them in a way that I don't think happened 20 or 30 years ago.
You, on the other hand, have children in the private system because?
I'm sending my children to the Waldorf school because I like the philosophy that they have there. It's a gentler introduction. It's not a hurried education.
If we fall down somewhere, I think that the teachers need support from the parents. I don't think that they can possibly cover everything in this short period of time, and that parents need to spend extra time with their kids.
It sounds that you're trying to put the blame on parents and that they're partly responsible and that they should be pushing the kids to do the work. Well, I think a lot of responsibility has to be on us. If you want us to achieve it, it comes down to us.
I think that everybody has some really good points, but I think it's a combination of teachers, students, and parents, and they really have to get together.
Our phone poll lines are still open. The calls are free. The question, are you satisfied with the quality of education your children are receiving? For yes, dial 870-2242. No, 870-4424. Here are the results so far. Again, remains overwhelmingly in the no category. 498 saying yes, more than 1,700 saying no. Final results on City Pulse at 6. Another big debate last night. Who's the best candidate for the job at Metro Hall? Alan Tonks, Joe Pantalone, or Brian Ashton? Telling the St. Lawrence Centre audience how they'd run the show. Tax hikes, one topic.
When the government that they have to deal with most.
But what are you people going to do?
I don't believe the people in Metro, if they figure they're getting value for their money, would necessarily be against an increase. They might not like it, but if they understand it, they'll respect it.
Can we avoid a tax increase this year? I doubt it very much. That is not in the cards. That we have to find quick and sustainable solutions towards the amount of money that we're given by the public and how we are getting our cost savings in order to avert any increase in taxes for this year.
Few ratepayers, though, to hear it, and Toronto Mayor-elect Hall was one of only 4 councillors to even bother showing up. Metro councillors will vote for the chair next week. And more municipal vote to tell you about later this month. Toronto Council looks set to approve a return of twice-weekly garbage pickup in the summers. It's 7:36 on BT. Prayers across the country with Bloc Québécois leader Lucien Bouchard as he fights for his life at a Montreal hospital. Bouchard's leg was amputated after the so-called fatal flesh-eating disease spread from a blood clot. He is in critical condition. Doctors are talking with British experts now who treated 12 cases of this disease this year. It might take up to 2 days before it's known if Bouchard is out of danger. Other names making headlines in the entertainment world. Rapper Tupac Shakur found guilty of sexual abuse, but gets off of the more serious weapons and sodomy charges. The verdict came one day after Shakur had been shot 5 times and robbed outside a music studio. And the Jackson camp is in denial over reports that marital bliss for Michael and Lisa is done for. They say rumors of a breakup, not true, but then again, they also said there was no marriage for 11 weeks after the nuptials. Well, some seasonal events around town from today's day file. Join in a ceiling scraping tree trimming at the Sheraton Centre this noon hour. That's at 123 Queen West. And raise your voice and your Christmas spirits at a sing-along at St. Andrew's United Church, 117 Bloor East. That's at 8 o'clock tonight. 7:37 as we check on the streets for you right now. Southbound Keele at Dundas, the only accident location we have on the books right now. How about southbound Don Valley Parkway through the Eglinton Avenue area? It's building through here, very heavy as usual over the 401. Other side of things, northbound looks pretty good. 7:38, let's go outside. Checking the weather. Here's Jennifer.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Well, it's a nice morning. It's going to be a nice day. Let's take a look at our current conditions. The temperature is 6 degrees. The wind is from the southwest at 28. Winds gusting to 44, and with the wind chill, it feels more like -5 out. The humidity is 70%. The barometric pressure is 101.7 and rising, bringing us a nice day. Southern Ontario highs 10 in Windsor, 9 in London, Niagara and Toronto, 8 in Kitchener, 7 in Hamilton and Peterborough, 6 in Barrie, 5 in Orillia and Muskoka. Sunny with cloudy periods today. Windy but mild, a high of 9, a low tonight of 3. Mild again for the weekend with above normal temperatures. You're watching Breakfast Television. It is 7:38 now. Let's head out to the live eye and check in with John. He's got sports.
Thanks, Jen. That's right, all sports canceled. Players continue to give in Chicago while the owners still won't budge. The NHLPA has given up the house, the car, and the cottage in this nasty divorce settlement, but it's still unclear if the owners will grant the players visitation rights to their paychecks. Mustard Relish, and of course, Ketchup got back to work last night at the Palace of Auburn Hills as Wayne Gretzky's 99ers got a blast from the past off Al McInnes to tie the IHL Detroit Vipers at 2 in preparation for the 99ers European Tour. Kirk Muller gave them a short-lived 3-2 lead as the Vipers rallied to win 4-3. The Union continues to negotiate in Chicago while the owners continue to refuse. 2 plays after Chicago's Kevin Butler shanked a 40-yard field goal in overtime, Minnesota's Chris Carter took the pitch from Warren Moon, and 65 yards later, the Vikings won to tie the Bears with an 8-5 record atop the NFC Central Division. MJ and SF to see the NBA Champs play GW, and Hakeem Olajuwon hit his first triple-double of the season and his first fall on the first fan of the year as Houston met the Warriors by 4. The Oakwood Barons did us proud in opening round action of the Ladies OFSA Basketball Championships in Hamilton as Fiona Latang had a bang in helping Oakwood dust Bay Ridge, no relation to Baywatch, 59-47. 7:40 on City TV's Breakfast Television. We'll take you out on a Camerata for a ride when we come back. Please stay with us.
My name is Hans Karels. I'm from Holland, from a place called Arnhem. And in Holland, we say good morning, we say goedemorgen. Goedemorgen. In English, good morning. In Dutch, goedemorgen.
Nice day ahead, 7:42. It is 6 degrees Celsius, highs to 9, clear skies, maybe a cloud or two. We're looking at a mild, relatively decent weekend. Welcome back to City TV's Breakfast Television. It is the 5th anniversary of the Toronto Camerata, 28 voices strong, a few less today, but they are just as beautiful when they are together. They have a number of concert series coming up over the next few weeks for Christmas, of course. They are going to give us right now a selection of Christmas carols just to, again, get us in that Christmas spirit. Arthur Wenck is the director. Please welcome Toronto Camerata.
Un flambeau, Jeannette Isabelle, un flambeau, courants au berceau. C'est Jésus, bon et Jean du rameau, le Christ est né, Marie appelle. Ah, 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 que la mère est belle. Ah, 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 que l'enfant est beau. C'est un temps quand l'enfant sommeille, c'est un temps de crier si fort. Taisez-vous l'un et l'autre d'abord, au moindre bruit, Jésus s'éveille. Chut, 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 il doit la merveille. Chut, 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 voyez comme il dort. Doucement dans les tables closes, doucement venez au moment. Approchez que Jésus légèrement, comme il est blanc, comme il est rose, d'eau, d'eau, d'eau que l'enfant repose, d'eau, d'eau, d'eau qui rit en dormant. Nous la Jésus, nous moya perco, nous la
Thank you very much for getting us in the Christmas spirit. Also, happy Hanukkah to those of you who are celebrating right now. Let's go into the City Pulse newsroom and check in with Kevin Frankish.
7:46 is our time on Breakfast Television. Here are our headlines this hour. Bloody scene at Moss Park early this morning. A woman stabbed twice. A suspect still sought. A suspect is charged, though, in what police had called a vigilante killing. Theo Carroll believed beaten to death over some vandalism. Condition critical for opposition leader Lucien Bouchard. He has lost a leg to the so-called flesh-eating disease. There is no word yet whether or not it has spread through his body. And we've touched a nerve with our Talk TV poll on schools. An overwhelming number of callers saying they aren't satisfied with the education that their children are getting. 7:47, come on up, take a look at what's happening on the streets right now. Southbound Kiel Dundas, that should be well off to the side. We had an earlier report of a problem on the parkway near the viaduct, but emergency crews can't find anything there, and it's all moving fine. Here we are in front of Pearson International Airport, eastbound 401, as well, is all normal. 7:47, we are going to take a short break. Be right back on Breakfast Actually, where are we going to go? To Live Eye? We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Breakfast Television is brought to you in part by Rougemont Juices.
'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Throw the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la.
Okay, it wasn't really me singing. In TV, we say it's a wrap, and at the Queen's Pantry, Vicki Yates says it's a wrap.
That's right, John. When we do our gift wrapping, we like to make people feel good about what they've bought and go home with a happy face.
Okay, put a happy face on me.
Okay, what I'd like to do is just demonstrate how we do that. A little collection like this can be topped up with a lovely little bow, and that's very simply done just by folding and twisting the bow. And that certainly is going to add a nice little touch.
I don't like this. Vicki is showing everybody in the world my secrets for gift wrapping and making something look pleasant. Now, what are you using there to tie
Okay,
that
we're
together?
using a wire. Often I'll use the curling ribbon, but this will work nicely. And we'll just clip it.
Have you broken the 4-minute wrap yet?
No.
No. Patience.
Getting nervous here.
That's okay.
All right. So this would then just be tied on, and it would look much nicer with a bit of curling ribbon. But just to give you an idea, that's what it would look like to
That's
finish
beautiful.
it off.
Gives it a nice display.
Okay.
Now, what's our second?
Then the next thing, often we will do a gift bag for people. So we can finish that off like this.
Now, do you buy them just like that, or it's the same thing?
No,
you do
I
in the
would
curling
make them,
thing?
or any of the girls here can make them. And it's quick and easy because you just do tissue, put the bow on, and you can always add a little extra.
Oh, sure. Give away every
With the
one of my
berries.
secrets, Vicki. Now everyone's presents are going to look just like mine.
Well, they'll look awfully pretty then.
Well, as I said, just like mine. Okay. Now, do you got one final quickie?
Okay.
We'll trust you on that. We can get an idea there.
All right, that's that. And now this one here is another cute little idea with the little gift bag in gold. And what we would do there is just tie on a lovely little finishing touch like that with
Well,
a bow.
that's a perfect finishing touch to finish this segment. And
Well,
now
thank you.
We're going to head back to the lovely Ann Romer.
Eileen Cohen joins us this morning from the Arthritis Foundation. Nice to see you. Thank you. These are gifts that you can give to people who suffer from arthritis, any age, and it does happen, and life can be very difficult for people who have this disease. It's tough to do things that you take for granted. For instance, these are scissors. Can be a very difficult thing to do. What is the modification that makes this easier?
These have big handles and are spring-loaded,
Okay,
so
so
it
it makes it
requires much
easy
less
to-
effort. That's
Excellent,
right.
excellent.
And this type of scissor, you just have to run it along the paper like that.
Good.
Makes it very easy for a difficult task.
Very good. What else would you like to show us?
This is, a lot of people have trouble with spray cans, and this makes it a very simple trigger operation.
Okay, and I guess that
Minimal
could
effort.
be true of anything. You could use that for your hairspray or whatever it is that you have that's an aerosol can.
That's right.
What about something like opening up a bottle of beer?
Okay, this is for jars. This is
Okay.
to pop the seal on jars. So you just pop it, and then it makes it much easier to turn.
Could you use it to open up a bottle of beer? Guess
that.
not. Okay.
Not that.
Better to get the screw top anyway. What the heck?
Okay, this is an extendable reacher people can keep in their purses, and it has a sticky end so that they could pick up anything they want from the floor.
That's a great idea.
And
Wonderful
it's easy because
idea.
it's very portable.
Very good. What is this?
That's another type of reacher.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another type of reacher. This
You can
one
reach
doesn't
for Anna
collapse.
over here.
Right.
Anna, we're going to get you. Great stuff. Now,
Okay.
things as simple as preparing a meal can be awkward at the best of times.
That's right. That's right. One of the things people with arthritis have a lot of trouble doing is holding on to things, peeling, cutting hard vegetables. So this board makes it a lot easier. There's a few types of peelers with different kinds of handles that are available, and all you do is you just peel easily like that or like this.
So it's easier to hold on to because it's a little bit thicker.
That's
very,
right.
very sharp as well.
That's right.
And as you say, this board has had modifications made to it.
That's right. The nails keep the carrot still so that you don't have to hang on to it.
Right.
And then when they're finished peeling it, all they have to do is put it under the knife and push down.
That clever. Where can people buy these things?
Any medical supply company that sells assistive devices, and if they don't have it in stock, they could always order it.
Great stuff. Let's move along here for bathing, which again can be a little awkward.
Washing backs are a thing that many people have a problem with, even if they don't have arthritis.
Yes.
So this little gadget here has 2 straps on it. You just flip it over your head and do that.
For anybody, really. Yeah.
Right.
And this is a washing mitt?
It is a wash mitt.
Yeah.
So it has a pocket for the soap, so you don't have to
where's the
hang
pocket?
on to it right there.
Isn't that? These
so
are all
you don't
very
have
clever.
to hang on to it.
Who designed these things? I guess people who do suffer from arthritis, or people who live with people who have arthritis?
Some of them have been designed by therapists.
Great. Well, a lot of thought and a lot of heart has gone into this. What is this?
This is a hot pack, microwavable hot pack.
Great.
And it looks nice and it's really comfortable.
Yep. And where would that go? Over
a joint,
a joint.
Sore joint. Yeah, and it can be used for ice, as an ice pack or as a hot pack.
People who have arthritis are in pain all the time, are they not?
Yeah.
Well, very
generally.
important. We're going to put up a phone number for the Arthritis Foundation for a number of reasons. One is for people who are interested in donating money, their time as volunteers. If they would like to find out more about the products, anything that they would like to know about arthritis, they can certainly find out from you. And that telephone number is 967-1414. Did a terrific job. Thank you very much, Eileen. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back. One thing we didn't get to was the shoe. Now, what is
elastic shoelace?
It is 7:57 on Breakfast Television, a high of 9 degrees today. Sunny skies, maybe some cloudy periods, just turned 7:58. Let's hit the eyes of Toronto. We do have one accident on the go out in the West End. As we look at eyes PIA, it's off in the distance, but you can still see some flashing lights. That's the intersection of Eglinton and Martin Grove, westbound. We have an accident there, and I can see a solid line of cars heading westbound. Eastbound's not too bad. Let's take a look right now at Eyes Dome and the Gardner Expressway, right in front of Sky Dome, building normally this morning. Out at the East End, take a look at Eyes Metro Transportation out by the Parkway. The Gardner is moving fine as well. Transit Control, here's an update from Diane.
Thanks, Kevin. We do have one more accident on the go I've just been told about at the intersection of Nielsen and Ellesmere. It is slowing us down a bit, though everything is getting by. No problems on the subways at this time. That's it, live from Transit Control, Kevin.
Thanks, Di. 7:58. Let's go to the diner. Here's Jennifer with Celebrations.
Thank you very much, Kevin. This is Celebrations. Let's start things off with Kyle, who's celebrating his 6th birthday, and best wishes are sent to him. Love, Mom, Dad, and Jessica. Happy 5th B-Day, Derek. Love your little brother, Brandon, baby sister, Alexandria, and the whole family with lots of love. Many wishes are sent to Paul and Paula for their 8th birthday on Sunday. Love, Mom, Dad, Alexis, Grandma, Uncle Walter, and Auntie Bev. And Mommy and Daddy want to send all their love to their little pumpkin girl, Eliza, for her very first birthday. Happy birthday, Eliza. And Victoria is also celebrating her first B-Day, and Mom and Dad want to send lots of hugs and kisses to their world of joy. All the best goes out to Samantha for her 21st. Love, Mom, Dad, and brother Marcus. Happy 7th birthday, Kale. Much love from Mom, Dad, Trevor, Uncle Carrie, and Auntie Kim. Grammy wants to wish her grandson Justin a wonderful first, along with Mummy, Daddy, Jamel, Julian, Auntie Wendy, cousins, Uncle Wayne, and Scotty. Have a super 7th B-Day, Katie. Love, Mom, Dad, Sean, and Jackie. Best wishes go out to Lawrence Stephen for his 7th birthday from Mom, Dad, and baby sister Jessica Shelby with love. Mom and Dad want to wish their little mouse a happy 4th B-Day, along with Monica and Alicia. And Mommy and Daddy want to send their daughter many special wishes for her 10th birthday, along with brother Kyle. Happy birthday, Ashley. And we have some mentions. So quickly, a happy first B-Day goes out to Daniel. Andrew Orlonsky is celebrating a birthday. Robert McKenzie, 34. Christopher Burt, 13. Jessica King, it's her first. David, 35. And Quinn Kelcherborn is celebrating a birthday as well. For everyone else who's celebrating today and this weekend, I want you to have a good one. And don't forget to watch Lunch Television for more celebrations. Now, over to you, Ann.
8 o'clock, this is City TV. You're watching Breakfast Television. This is the fabulous Fawcett family from Flesherton, Ontario. Hi, everybody. Right now, we're going to go into the City Pulse News to take a look at today's top news stories with Kevin Frankish.
Thank you, and good morning, everyone. Trouble in Moss Park. An arrest, though, we're told, is imminent in an early morning stabbing that ended up looking much worse than it was. A woman stabbed in the lower leg and the neck, rushed to St. Mike's just before dawn.
It was like she just collapsed down the street there.
And you ran to call 911?
I ran down around the corner and called 911.
From here along Parliament Street, the investigation is now moved up to the 12th floor of the Moss Park Apartments here. We're told there's a lot more blood up there.
The usual quick work by fire, police, ambulance, and the ER crew at St. Mike's. Looks like the victim is going to... Officers expect to arrest a female suspect shortly. They just told us the victim... October the 15th. Theodore Carroll was found beaten to death near Dufferin Street. He'd been chased there after he and a friend smashed some car mirrors on their way home from a party. Charged with second-degree murder and in court this